Good day, everyone. My name is Olufonde Adeshino, your proud farmer. Welcome to my channel once again. Today, I'll be talking about brooding materials. But before I start to show you all the materials I've prepared on ground for you, I want to let you know what brooding is all about. Brooding is an artificial method of taking care of day-old chick, or little poultry birds. So what is the main reason for brooding? The main reason for brooding is because these small birds, they can't survive on their own. So we have to regulate a particular and enclosed environment for them to be able to stay, because they don't have their mother to take care of them as at the particular time. So in this video, I'll be talking about the structure, then I'll be talking about beddings, I'll be talking about feeding, I'll be talking about water, yes, then I'll be talking about a lot of other things that we are going to be using. So I would like you to stay tuned and kindly learn one or two things. Should in case you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly subscribe, because this is the second video in this particular brooding series, and I'll be taking you through all the process of brooding stage. Sincerely, by the end of the series, you will have all you need to know concerning brooding, because I'll be taking you through A to Z of brooding in this particular series. So sit tight. Welcome back once again. So now I'll be taking the materials one after the other, and I'll be telling you their function and the main reason why we have them here. The first one I'll be taking, this is a digital thermometer. This is very important and crucial when we talk about brooding process. When we talk about brooding, I told you we are going to be talking about heat source. We have different kind of heat source that we use, but the thermometer is used to measure temperature. So this will allow us to be able to know the temperature of the pen at a particular time. So that is what a thermometer helps us. It helps us to know the temperature of the brooder at a particular time. So the case is more than what the animal can cope with, we reduce the temperature. And if it's lesser, then we increase it. That is majorly what a digital thermometer does. And before I go to the second one, I will have to talk to you about the brooder itself. What is a brooder? A brooder is a construction, an enclosed area where you get to take care of your day-old chick. That is a brooder. So now, as you can see now, I'm inside our brooder right now, making this video. So this is an example of a brooder. It is where you prepare for the animal. It can be a form of, it can be a wooden one, it can be a concrete one. Just make sure it's an enclosed environment where you get to brood your day-old chick. So the next material that I'll be going to now is the sensitive scale. This is a sensitive scale. A lot of you will be like, what on earth do I need a sensitive scale for during brooding? One thing about sensitive scale is that you are going to need to do some minute measurement. Talking about your drugs, when you want to measure a little grams of drugs, you are going to need sensitive scale. Majorly, the issue we have, major farmers, the issue we have is that we have this lackadaisical attitude. Little things that we are to take cognizance of, we don't bother about them. Instead of people using this, they use eye gauge, which is not advisable. So digital scale is meant for you to measure smaller unit or smaller quantity. Now I'll be talking about safety, security, biosecurity. Now, this is a germicide. As we know, a germicide is used to take care of germs, bacteria, things that might tend to affect the health of our birds. So the main reason for getting this is to disinfect the whole brooder, disinfect everything we are going to be using, like the wood, everything. So that is the main reason for this. It's a germicide just for you to be able to help us take care of germs. All right, so let me go to the next one. I know a lot of you will have been waiting for this. This is called drinker. So this is the material that you get to use to supply your chick water. So this is the main container that you pour the water inside. This is the cover. So once you put the water inside, you cover. Then, although there will be more video on how to do this and all that stuff, but just get to know that this is a drinker and we use this to supply water to the chick. That is that about that. Now I'll be going to the feeder. This is a feeder. This is the particular feeder we are going to be using for our brooding. The main reason is because it helps us to conserve our feed. Other feeders that we've been using so far, they get to allow the chick to waste our feed. But with this, the chick will not be able to waste any feed, so it is cost effective. It is very very cost effective. So this is the feeder. Use it in feeding the animals. You pour the feed inside there, and the chick rally around and get to eat it. So this is the feeder. Another major thing that we are going to be needing too is drug. You can't do your brooding without drug and vaccine, because there are some there are some things that you need to help the animal to be able to attain. There are some you need vitamins, you need glucose, that is an anti-stress. You need a lot of things. I don't mean a lot of things like that, but you need some drugs that will be able to help the chick to be able to survive during the brooding period. So this is one of the drugs we are going to be using, 5-CAN-COR. It's specific for heat stress and fever, fast, antipyretic and analgesic. So this is just one of the drugs. So I am having this with me just for you to know that you are going to need a drug. You are going to need a drug, yes, and vaccine for your brooding process. Now, let me tell you about this particular one. A lot of us farmers, we don't take record, and it's a very bad thing for us. So now the next thing I'll be talking about now is big note and biro, and a pen rather. See, a big note and a pen. The main reason is because you need to be updated in all your record. You need to keep accurate record of things that is happening on your farm, the number of chick you bought, the number of bags of feed you bought, the number of charcoal bags you bought. Everything you have to be properly recorded, because record is very very important. It goes a long way in helping your business and in helping your it goes a long way in helping your farm. So exercise book and pen is also part of the brooding materials, although it is what you just get to need to take your record. So that is that about that. Voila! This is a shovel. I know most of us know shovel. So you are going to need shovel during the brooding process. During the process whereby you want to change your litters, so you get to use the shovel to pack the litters together, and you'll be able to change it. So that is the main reason for having a shovel. Now talking about this newspaper. But before I talk about newspaper, let me talk about something before this. All right. As you can see, this is wood shaving. This is wood shaving. So what is the main reason for me having wood shaving for brooding? The main reason is because we don't want to allow our chick to have direct contact with the ground, with the concrete floor. So what we do is that we use wood shaving as a bedding. So they will be able to have a cushion, like they will rest on it. They won't have direct access to the concrete floor. So that is the main reason. So I use wood shavings. Some people use what's it called, sawdust, although I don't do that because the dust is too much. So I prefer this because of the particle size is quite bigger than that of sawdust, and it is used as a bedding. So one thing about brooding is that after you clean your brooder and everything, you get to spread your wood shaving. So after spreading your wood shaving, that is when you then need the newspaper. You can you can either use newspaper or magazine or brown paper, anything you are going to use at all. The main reason for this is that at very tender age, around day 1 to day 5 or day 4 rather, the chick, they might not be able to differentiate between the feed and the wood shavings and the like. So we used to cover it. We used to cover the wood shaving. The wood shaving I just showed you now, after spreading on the floor, we used to cover them with newspaper so that they won't have access to it for their first 3 to 5 days. They won't have access to the wood shavings. So they will be staying on the newspaper. So after 3 to 5 days, we get to remove the newspaper, then they will have been able to recognize and differentiate between the feed and the wood shaving, so we won't have any issue at that particular time. So that is the main reason for newspaper. I said something earlier on too, about sources of heat, because talking about brooding, you are going to need the source of heat. So for our particular brooding process, we are going to be using charcoal. No, you can't just put charcoal. You can't just put charcoal on the floor or something like that. So you need a container. So we are going to be talking about this now. The coal pot. This is the coal pot. I hope you can see this is the coal pot. So this is where you pour the charcoal. Once you pour the charcoal, you light it up, then you bring it inside the Buddha. Listen to what I said earlier on. You light it up outside the Buddha, then you bring it inside, because there might be some unburnt coal that will be bringing off smoke. So you don't want smoke inside your Buddha. So you have to light your charcoal outside. Once you notice there's any smoke, you drop it outside and bring in the good charcoal inside the pot. So that is that about that. Another thing also is that you are going to feed your animals, so you'll be needing feed. Feed is very, very essential and important. You'll be needing feed, and also you'll be needing the day old chick, the particular chick you want to brood, and make sure you get a very good breed that will not give you issue or any other thing. Okay. I okay, the last one, sorry. Knapsack sprayer. Knapsack sprayer. I hope you can see. What is the function of knapsack sprayer? The main function of knapsack sprayer is to spray things around the Buddha. If you have anything you want to spray, like the germicide that I was talking about earlier on, you want to spray germicide, you want to spray anything at all, we use the knapsack sprayer to spray the whole environment and to do spraying majorly. So that is where I'm going to stop our video today. Please kindly subscribe to my channel, like my videos. Sincerely, it's going to help me a lot. And please subscribe, like my videos, and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be able to know whenever I drop another video. I want you to know something. This is the second video in this particular series. I'll be doing the video about brooding from A to Z. You will be able to know all you need to know about brooding at the end of this series. So kindly subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.